In a typical American middle-class home, we can expect to find a crib full of stuffed animals and various colorful toys. What do you suppose is the reasoning behind providing infants with so much to see and do?
Nerd!
Certain experiences cause physical changes in the brain.
Rats were used in this experiment because of their fairly low maintenance costs, small size, and because all the members of the relatively large litters could be used in one experiment. 3 male rats from each litter were chosen to be randomly assigned into these different conditions. A. The first environment was a standard size cage in which several rats lived. An adequate space and food and water were always available. Second, or the impoverished condition, consisted of a small cage where a single rat was placed in a separate room with enough water and food. The third and last, called enriched environment, had 6 to 8 rats living in a large cage with objects they could play and interact with. The rats lived in these environments from 4 to 10 weeks.
During the autopsies that followed, the rats' brains were examined to determine brain development. The examinations were done at random so that the person doing the autopsy wouldn't know which rats were given which treatment.
The part of the brain that is the main focus of the research is smooth in rodents and therefore can be measured more easily.
The enriched rats' cerebral cortexes were heavier and thicker than those in the other environments. There was a greater content of acetylcholinesterase in the brain tissue of the enriched rats, and they produced larger neurons. The ratio of RNA and DNA was greater in the enriched rats' minds, and the synapses were larger.
Some criticize that the larger size of the brain was due to treatment handling of the rats in the different environments.
Later studies show that even if the enriched and impoverished rats were handled equally, the results would remain the same. Research has found a positive correlation between the experience and the stimulation they gave to the rats and the more developed and larger brains. If we were to apply this to humans, this study can help us further understand memory and how it's stored in the brain. This could lead to prevention of memory loss due to age. Another area this study could prove helpful is in research relating malnutrition and intelligence.
And the Nobel Prize